The history of Arkansas Tech volleyball includes 13 regular season conference championships, 5 Great American Conference tournament titles, 6 NCAA tournament appearances, and 937 all-time wins. And now we are pleased to introduce the 11th head volleyball coach in Arkansas Tech history, Hannah Wuest. Hannah, welcome to Arkansas Tech.
Thanks. Great to be here.
It's great to have you. Tell us a little bit about where you're from and the path that led you to become our new head volleyball coach.
Yeah, so I'm originally from the Quad City area, grew up there, went to college in a suburb of Chicago, played basketball and volleyball, basketball for only 1 year, but it was definitely a passion of mine, and then went and started my coaching career. I did first look into playing overseas. I just wasn't ready to be done playing. I tore my labrum and rotator cuff, so that kind of put a damper into that. And I thought, well, it's time to start my coaching career. And I went to South Dakota State to start my graduate assistant position, and then finished my master's at the University of Indianapolis, and was now at Ferris the last 4 years.
You've had a chance to be a part of some really successful volleyball programs, both as a player and also as a coach. What are some of the things that you've learned along the way that have helped prepare you for this opportunity?
Yeah, that's a great question. I think that there's not one right way to do something, I feel like is the biggest thing that I've learned. And then the fun part for me is finding out, okay, what is the right way for this kid or for this team? So finding that puzzle, I think, is the biggest thing that I've taken away.
What were some of the first impressions of Arkansas Tech that convinced you that this was a place where you could be successful and, even more importantly, where you could help student athletes find success?
Yeah, definitely meeting all the people. That was a big thing. And then meeting Abby. I think Abby is a coach's AD. You know, she knows, she's been a coach herself. She knows the grind. She knows the hard work that coaches put in. And she fights for us coaches. And so I was looking to have an AD that supported the athletic program and the whole university and just fought for us as athletes.
And folks that see that you're coming from Ferris State, they might think, well, that's a long way from home. But I know you've also got some family ties that made this make sense for you as well.
Yeah, yep. So my family moved to about a little around Fayetteville, Cave Springs, about 7 years ago. So now being a little bit closer to home is nice.
Absolutely. You are inheriting a large number of returning players. How do you go about evaluating where they are right now on an individual basis and helping to provide them with a personal improvement plan for this spring and summer?
Yeah, so we have started team practice right now and just kind of starting to watch them play and see what they do, what their style of play is. I'm making them feel really uncomfortable in the gym, and I told them that means that they're learning something new. But I think they have a great foundation. They love the game of volleyball. They love to be on the volleyball court. It's just now putting our focus into things that I find a little bit more important that maybe in the past they didn't.
On a personal level, kind of what has been the connection like, just being a head coach for the first time and getting a chance to know this group of student athletes? What has that been like for you?
It's been awesome. I have a big pile of candy in my office sitting on my desk, and I want my players to come see me. My door is always open, so I want them to know me as a coach and as a player and as a person, but then I also want to know them. So I want them to come in. I have an open door policy. I want to see them as much as I can out of the volleyball arena.
As we mentioned, you've got a large number of returning players, and so recruiting this first cycle won't be quite as big a deal, which is good because you're coming into it kind of late in that cycle anyway. Mm-hmm. As you look ahead to the future, though, and you consider the types of student athletes you want to recruit to become part of the Golden Suns volleyball program, what are some of the characteristics that you'll be looking for?
Yeah, so I want to see what are people doing in between the plays, or what are they doing when they don't have the ball? What are they doing while waiting to, we're going to go to club tournaments, so waiting to get on the court to start playing. Are they interacting with their teammates? Are they talking to their coaches? Or are they on their phones all the time? Are they talking to their parents? I kind of want to see those things, so I know that when they get to college or come to the next step, that they're prepared and they're ready and they know how to just focus on one thing at a time. So that's a big intangible thing that I look at. But inheriting all these players is great. But I'm definitely going to be looking at some 2026s from the Midwest. I have a lot of ties from there. I have a lot of good connections, and I just think the volleyball is just a lot more competitive. And Arkansas is not that far behind, just by a few years. But to start my recruiting journey, a lot will be in the Midwest.
And that's been a fertile recruiting ground for Golden Suns volleyball historically. A number of young ladies who come from that upper Midwest area and end up building their lives right here in Arkansas. Yeah. So that's been great to see over the years with Golden Suns volleyball. But as you think about that, I know one of the things you've mentioned is that there's a little bit of a recruiting edge there when some of those players are maybe looking for a little bit warmer location.
Yeah. The amount of times that I was at Fair State and people said, "Oh, I want to get away from the snow," and I was like, "Man, that just takes you out of the running right then and there." So knowing that a lot of Midwest people want to come and have a little bit more sunshine during the December months. So, yeah.
What will be some of the on-the-court cornerstones, kind of X's and O's stuff that we'll see from Golden Suns volleyball once you get a chance to really get your program up and going?
Yeah, so we'll see super aggressive serving. I think serving is just like free throws in basketball. It's you and the ball, and you just have to worry about taking care of your stuff. So we'll see very aggressive serving. I think we'll see super aggressive blocking. I find that blocking, taking away the easy kill, I think that's a big part of stopping other side of the court's offense. So I think having a strong block and just slowing the ball down will definitely be something that the Golden Suns will focus on.
And the Golden Suns get the chance to play their home matches at Tucker Coliseum. As you evaluate that, both as a potential home court advantage and also as a recruiting tool, that's got to be a really great thing as well.
Yeah, that is a what you'd call in basketball, a shooter's gym kind of thing. That is a volleyball. It's a cool gym. It's a cool atmosphere. It's a bowl type thing, but you still feel like you have fans right on top of you in the action. So I like the atmosphere.
And we have a loyal group of local fans who tend to come out and support the Golden Suns volleyball program. I know you were at the basketball game just recently. Did you get a chance to meet any of those local supporters, and what has kind of been the welcome from them?
Yeah, absolutely. They just want to help in any way that they can, whether that's the small local business downtown or they want to host my team to come out to their farm and swim this summer or this August. So I just think super welcoming, super happy to have me here, and they just kind of want to pick my brain, which is kind of fun.
Beyond volleyball, what kind of young women do you want to produce as they get a chance to go out and pursue even bigger and better things beyond college and beyond volleyball?
Yeah, a big thing that I like to talk about with my players is champions in all arenas of life. So I want you to be a champion in the community, a champion in the classroom, a champion when you go and get your first job after you graduate. And this 4 years, it's not for 4 years, it's for forever. So once you're a Golden Sun, you're always a Golden Sun. And so I want those girls to know that I'm helping them on and off the court, but then I'm also there for, when they're 5 years graduated and they need help or a reference or anything like that.
Well, Coach Wuest, very much welcome to Arkansas Tech University. Thank you for the visit today, and best of luck as you prepare for the 2025 season.
Thank you so much.
That is Hannah Wuest, head volleyball coach at Arkansas Tech University.